Yeah, good afternoon, peace and blessings. I just want to continue on what I usually make my content about, spiritual warfare, and the correlation between, narcissism, and having demons attached to your spirit, whether it's, demonic strongholds or, full demon possession, most likely full demon possession, as of 2020. The devil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to label him as, his biggest, tactic against you is your mind. He attacks your mind first. The spiritual warfare is a psychological game. If you are not mentally strong, if you are not mentally tough, prepared for, to bear your cross daily, you will be corrupted by the kingdom of darkness. It is just an inevitability of, the spiritual warfare that we go through. The devil, his demonic agents, his demons, disembodied spirits, they attack your mind first, because the devil has no, you hear noise distractions, in the background. I really cannot do nothing about that. Right now, the devil, really has been, in my life, spiritually attacked me for a while, and he has yet to flee, to get the point, that, there's nothing to do. But, until then, he, decides, whatever he decides to flee, I guess, there'll be, a little less stuff like that. Yeah, but anyway, not to get off track. The devil, his demonic agents, his disembodied spirits, demons, NPC, whatever you may label it as, is your choice. They attack your mind, because the devil, the demons, high ranking, or moderate or low ranking, they cannot, affect your spirit, your vessel until your mind is corrupted. Is the mind, the God-given computer brain, that you're blessed with. It just what you put in it is how you utilize it. It is how you have it functioning, which is going to be the decision maker between you and, joining the kingdom of light or joining the kingdom of darkness, becoming an NPC, becoming a demonic vessel. It's the computer between your ears, your brain. The devil plays a psychological game. But with the gift of discernment, like I was blessed with, thanks to Yahweh, all grace to Yahweh, very early, in fact, you can see it. I see through the matrix, this demonic program we're under. It's very psychological. But you have to understand these people, these demonic vessels that we, just hear another noise rise. I can't do nothing about that. But as these demonic people, these demonic vessels, they play a psychological game. They're very narcissistic, so, in their mind, the tactics that they use, automatically work because, narcissists just think, they know everything. They think they're perfect. They think they can make no wrong. So they wouldn't understand somebody who's actually, not a narcissist, who's smarter than them, who's a lover of God, who can just, thwart them, at every step, nook and cranny of, spiritual warfare. They don't understand it. They like to see, they will not cease to do nothing but continuously regurgitate the same spiritual warfare, folly, nonsense, until maybe you decide, to, forget about, the spiritual warfare you've been going through for how many years you've been going through and stuff like that. That you have to realize you wrestle with the spirit, not with the flesh. People are narcissistic, they're very childish, brain function. They don't understand. They just don't understand. They don't understand God. They don't understand themselves spiritually. They're not connected to them true selves. They don't understand, basic, adult, common sense. They don't understand a lot of things. And these people are delving into the realm of darkness, filling in with witchcraft, and it's nonsense. So you have to understand, like, if you're an extroverted, person, lover of God, or even chosen, this spiritual warfare will be hell on earth for you. As I stated in earlier videos, it'll be hell on earth, so I understand it. Me, myself, I'm very introverted. I'm Sigma male. I'm high IQ. I have no need of people. People are... I don't even want to say it in a derogatory way, but I don't need people. I really don't. People are a luxury to me. To have in my life, people are a luxury. God will bless me with my spiritual wife, my God-given wife. Sooner than later, and that is a blessing. But other than that, people are a luxury. They're not needed. People who I was around, my sinful life, my old life, before God activated me on His light side, for the kingdom of light. Were a hindrance to me spiritually, to me mentally, and emotionally. Because people are narcissistic. They don't understand nothing good. They seek to destroy everything around them, and they're not comfortable with anything good. They're not comfortable with you being a positive force, into this world, into this physical realm. It doesn't sit right with them because they have demons that they battle with. And you are the epitome of somebody who they cannot be, because they have demons but don't understand how to get rid of them. People seek to do nothing but collect a bunch of demons like Thanos did. The stones in Infinity War. But they cannot ever and won't ever try to get rid of them. But they'll collect a bunch of them. Like it's Christmas and it's gifts or something. But they will never get rid of them. So they'll see you as not having them demons attached to your vessel. As a direct threat, as a direct enemy, to be jealous of you, envious, angry at you, for things that they did to their own vessel. Literally, you have to realize you wrestle with the spirit, not the flesh. People aren't really normal humans anymore. They're corrupted. They're influenced, corrupted, and infested. With demons. It is a simple fact. If a woman lie with more than at least 3 men, she's infested with demons. It's soul ties demon. You have to just call it for what it is. But it's being popularized in this world. Even a man as well. He's supposed to lie with one woman. He's supposed to marry that woman. That's the biblical order. It is for a reason, because God understands and the devil understands. They both understand very well that if you do not listen to those biblical instructions, it will get you demons. It will gain you demons. It will gain you access to hell. In the Bible, it says the woman's house is the pathway to hell. So that means if you sleep with multiple women, whether you are a male or female sex, whether you sleep with multiple partners, you are gaining and collecting demons attached to your spirit. If you ever watch Harry Potter, like I did in my sinful life, Voldemort, the main enemy, he split his soul into like 7 things. It's literal parallel to what you're doing by sleeping with 50,000 people by the time you're 25. You're splitting up your soul like Voldemort, literally. So by the time you hit 30, there's barely, it's 2% of your soul left. So you're just an empty, you're easy for demons to jump in and out of and use your vessel. That's what the Freemasons of this world who control it want. That's what the devil wants. That's what these high-ranking demons want. Even demonic vessels who understand a little bit of what we're going through want that for other people as well. I've watched it. I've watched it play out so many times. People cherish you when you sin, but they don't cherish you, when you're doing good, when you love God, when you're trying to bring people closer to God, so to get rid of them demons, that they hate so much anyway. It doesn't make it. People are lovers themselves. People are not able to understand knowledge. These are the end times. People are not able to understand knowledge. They cannot process knowledge because the Freemasons have programmed this world to become narcissistic. So when my generation came through, it was already infested. The Freemasons already infested it. It was a narcissistic world in a cycle. From most likely the 80s on, it was a narcissistic world. Most likely since the 60s, because that's when the free, spirit, stuff came, and everybody was, it was like ancient Greece or something. I don't know. I wasn't born then, but I was born in 95. But it's literally what we're going through now. It's like the 60s. It's like the 60s, Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, all in one in America. I'm an American. I speak for America. But, I'm pretty sure it's the same across the globe, just, various cultural differences, but it's the same. It's the same thing, the same parallel, the same people pushing the agendas. Demonic Freemasons, satanic Freemasons, and the devil and the high-ranking demons behind them who are controlling their vessel. It is what it is. You have to bear your cross daily. You have to understand that having a sound mind and body and spirit, is prevalent in the spiritual warfare. So you cannot just, smoke weed heavily. You cannot just drink, like a fish. You cannot just run around watching porn, every night. And yeah, we lust for women. We are flesh. We are a fleshly representation of the Holy Spirit. Yes, I lust for women because I'm heterosexual. I'm 28. I'm not into my prime. I lust for women. I want a wife. But I do not lie with women because they're Jezebel spirited. They're succubus spirited. They're antichrist in spirit. I cannot align my DNA with that. That is an abomination. It is an abomination. And it's sad to say, but you have to be honest. You, as a lover of Christ's teachings, Yeshua, as a lover of Yahweh, God, as chosen one, light of this world, or just a lover of God, Yahweh, you have to bear your cross daily. It is a fight. We fight with our sin. While the kingdom of darkness, enjoys their sin in repetition. It's like they're in a competition to who can go to hell the worst way. And you see it play out in people's lives every day. They just, have a good way of hiding it. But not even anymore since 2020. People can't hide their horns anymore. Because the shows and how this world played out since 2020, it's very demonic. Everything is demonic. Everything is dark. Everything is evil. Good is evil. Evil is good. Since 2020, because that's the mark of the end times. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm sorry. Really can't do nothing about that. When you preach the truth and preach the gospel, people get, it stirs their demons. Me just walking into a building, me walking into Walmart, everybody's demons in that building is going to be alerted and stirred up. Me walking into a corner store to go get a cigarette, people's demons is going to be alerted because I carry a high vibrational frequency in my soul. The Holy Spirit is in my soul. And it bothers demons. So if you are chosen, the light of this world, and a lover of God, connected to God, you obviously go through the same things. But it is a mental game. Once you beat the devil mentally, he has no control over you. The devil has no authority over chosen ones off rip. But lovers of God are susceptible to gaining demons if you do not protect your vessel, if you do not protect yourself spiritually. Me as chosen, the devil cannot enter my vessel. There's nothing he can do about it because I'm chosen. But if you aren't chosen, if you are a lover of God, you are susceptible to demons. And me as well, but I will have to really delve deeply into this path from the kingdom of darkness to really become a demonic vessel myself. But you are very easily susceptible as just a simple lover of God. So you have to be wary. You have to understand. The devil's game is very psychological, but, never fear. Only fear God. Because the people you deal with, the vessels you deal with are narcissistic. They're very childish. They don't understand things. So as long as you keep yourself sober-minded, and the Bible says be of a sober mind, it is for a reason. Because in the end days, the devil will attack you psychologically before he flees from your life. Especially if you were chosen. That is his only tactic. He cannot harm you. You have angels surrounding you, protecting you. He cannot send witchcraft your way. It doesn't work. You are chosen. There's nothing he can do. He cannot jump in your vessel. You are a vessel for God. But he can use your family, your friends, your community, people that you don't even know to psychologically, bother you and stuff like that. Gang stalk you, say subliminal things about your old sinful life that you most likely don't even care about anymore because, you done found God. Once they cease to realize, I've got people spiritually attacking me about, things of a sexual nature. I don't even have sex. I haven't had sex in almost half a year. What do I care? You know what I'm saying? It's what you go through. It's foolishness. It's folly. Because they treat you like you have horns hidden in your vessel, but it's really them because they're narcissistic. So if you're going through a little spiritual warfare, you have to understand you are very, very close to your breakthrough. You are very, very close for the devil to flee from your life. People see it. They see it in your spirit. They hate it. And they will send a lot of spiritual warfare your way. And when you're getting a lot of spiritual warfare, your blessings are on the way. You're on the cusp of your blessings. So do not be weary. Go through it. Pay your dues for Yahweh. Get through it. And continue on your narrow path to heaven. Because these people walk the broad path to hell. And they seem to enjoy it. Because if not, they will be fighting and bearing their cross just like you. So they enjoy it. So you cannot cast your pearls to swine. You cannot look behind like Lot's wife. You have to go forward and continue on this narrow path to heaven. Excuse me. Without a regret. You cannot stop for your mama. You cannot stop for your girl. You can't stop for your boys and them. You shoot hoop with. You can't stop for a buddy you play 2K with. You can't stop for them. Because they won't stop to bring you to hell. They won't stop. So you have to continue on this narrow path. Boost your prayer regimen. Cloak yourself in the armor of God. Bear your cross daily. Especially if you're right now in your wilderness mode like I am, and you are going to heavy, prevalent spiritual warfare is because you're on the cusp of your breakthrough, and the devil sees it. The devil just know when it's going to happen, but he understands that, oh, he's on his breakthrough. Let me send him spiritual warfare. That's how it works. There is nothing to fear. You will not be harmed. Nothing will happen to you. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. May throw a few words your way, slander your name and things of that sort, but it is what it is. That's just what you have. You have to pay your dues. You have to pay your dues for the spiritual warfare. I bled for Jesus. I bled blood for Jesus. I bear my cross, excuse me, and I bear my cross with a smile on my face every day. And I didn't mind. I got right up, and I knew what it was. I said, I'm leveling up spiritually, and the devil was getting angry. I understood. And the demonic NPCs understood, because I said it out loud. I don't hide nothing from the devil, because I don't have nothing to fear from the devil. He has no authority over me. I have dominion over the disembodied spirits he's sending my way. I have nothing to fear of the devil. I'm chosen. I'm light of this world. I love God. I love Jesus' teachings. I love Jesus himself. I have nothing to fear from the devil. I don't fear the devil. I fear God. I fear letting God down. That's the only thing in this physical realm that I fear, is letting down my God, my spiritual father. And that's about it. I don't consider myself a family member of anybody anymore. I don't consider myself friends with people. I have none but associates. God, Yahweh, and Jesus Christ, Yeshua. That's about it in my life. I don't have friends. I don't have family. I don't have nothing but God and Jesus. They're all I need. Because I'm chosen. I'm light of this world. And like I said, like I always say, like I always stress, cloak yourself in the armor of God is very prevalent. Be of a sober mind. The devil will never cease to stop sending you physical, psychological, attacks. That's spiritual warfare. But these people are foolish. They're 10-year-olds, psychologically attacking you. So if you have any common sense, any type of normal functioning brain, you can easily, break whatever witchcraft to send your way. You just nullify. It's pretty, and I'm too of a high of IQ, to be going through spiritual witchcraft, with people that, to be, going back to my old, whatever people trying to do, get me to sin. So I don't know, whatever the devil trying to get out of me, do spiritual warfare for a psychological way. It doesn't make any sense. I'm like one of the most smartest, I have one of the highest IQs of these young men in Connecticut, literally, and I'm Sigma male. I think of everything analytically, even come down to picking my spouse. Everything is analytics with me. Literally. I understand I can't even be with women of my race anymore because they are literally Jezebel spirited, from birth. Just do cultural programming. I can't even be with women of my race anymore. That's analytics. You have to take this spiritual warfare serious. This is no game. Let these demons, let these NPCs, let these demonic vessels play around. Laugh now, cry later. Let them do that. This is our hell. And then we get to heaven. The Bible. Biblical instructions before leaving earth. This is the test. People have failed already. And they see you with the winning score, and they're angry. They're jealous, they're envious, and they will seek to do nothing but get you to fail as well. But God won't let it happen. But you have to believe in God. You have to trust in God. You have to trust in Yahweh. And he will never let you go. Yahweh's been carrying me through spiritual warfare before I was even connected to him. Before I was even aware that I was chosen, the light of this world. Yahweh's been carrying me. I do not fear the devil. I seek to shove my foot in the devil's behind every day, every second I'm breathing, until Jesus Christ descends, the trumpet sound, I arise, and the dead as well, and leave people to their folly, leave people to the rapture, let them enjoy it, and figure out what the devil. In peace and blessings.